table.
The Wi-Fi,
The what?
Wi-Fi, it's Wi-Fi, it's Wi-Fi in the car.
Okay, for the police vehicle,
Yeah, that's
okay.
good.
Gotcha.
And now it's back on the,
Yeah, now it's back on.
we started again?
It's all, yeah, we're live.
We're live. Let's pray and do the pledge.
Dear Lord, we thank you for your guidance and direction. We pray that you would give us wisdom and discernment. Pray, Lord, for the best for the community. Pray this in Jesus' name.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll calling.
Adam Jones.
Here.
Joe Scott.
Here.
Steve Brogan.
Yes.
Kenny Carter. And Tom Roberts.
Yes. Minutes. Have I had a chance to read the minutes? Can I get a motion to approve?
Make a motion that we approve the minutes from
July.
July 2023.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. This down, Steve. Financial report, Steve's reviewing the bank rec, the revenues being started with Joe, the payroll being started with Joe, so we'll just move on until we get back to that. Delaware County Regional Wastewater District report, not much to it, a lot of lift station maintenance, I've seen them out at ours, outside of our house, and,
I like seeing that.
yeah.
Keep things up there.
Right. So, if there's not any questions, we'll just move on. I appreciate it again, Jason, he was real timely with the report, got to me, first, this week, or I think it was, so. Next is claim docket. Everybody had a chance to review the claim docket? If so, can I get a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve the claim docket.
Where's it at?
Where's it at? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Here it is.
In the amount of $211,044.48.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right. That's the Joe one, I think, so.
Sign this as a board review.
Yes. Yeah, like I said, the revenue and payroll distribution reports being passed around, being reviewed. Departmental reports. Sanitation, Joe.
I've had no complaints.
Okay.
All getting picked up on time.
We just had recycling this last weekend.
Yeah.
And I was in there late Sunday and it was pretty packed. So,
I will say, Bestway communicates very well with our office.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, we are packing that thing out. If you go Sunday, you're gonna have a hard time getting it
Yeah.
stuffed in there.
Well, I'm hitting it pretty hard right now. A lot of boxes come to our house. We help the economy, that's for sure. All right, water department. Anything, Brad?
Start flushing fire hydrants Friday.
Flushing fire hydrant starting Friday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And that's an annual thing, right?
Yep.
All right. Any questions of Brad? Next is streets. Brad? Mr. Real, do you have anything for the streets?
I got the sign order for this one, 10 Blue Lane. And I got a couple other signs ordered.
Okay.
Then it ought to be next month, they ought to come in here and start seal cracking all the roads.
Okay, good.
We're holding them off until these guys get them paving so they can get all of it.
I did have, one is the speed bump on Trina Street. Can you get that out there somehow? I know you got lots of things going on, but
Have we ordered, do we have,
we have them.
okay,
And then there's a note here about potentially having one between the high school and the elementary.
Wait, so there's already one on,
Right,
In front of the high school.
but if you do that, then we're gonna have to put a total of 3 in.
do what?
We're gonna have to put a total of 3 in.
2 more.
Yeah, so 2 more, because there still needs to be another one on the other side of Fourth Street to slow down the cars coming up to, like, traveling southbound on Bronco. Because the idea was northbound, southbound, they have to slow down before hitting that turn. That ultimately slows them down between the stop signs as well. But there's also a need, because the one that's existing is so much further down, and that was by design, to put another one in, you would ultimately end up having to do 2 more to make it so that it's doing what you want it to do, which is slowing traffic down from the elementary so that somebody doesn't get T-boned pulling out of the high school, and then slowing traffic down so that a kid or another car doesn't get hit trying to turn off of Fourth onto Bronco. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
It's a ton of speed bumps,
So we-
but
Yeah,
On here, what are you talking about? Because there's one right here, right?
there is,
Right there's the parking lot.
yep, so there's one right here,
Yeah, right here.
yep. And then let's say this is Fourth,
That's the one that goes into that.
yep. You would need a set here, and then you would also want a set down here. Well,
Wait, is Fourth Street the one by the funeral home?
No, that's
No.
Second Street.
Second Street.
that's
that's
second.
second.
So you mean Fourth
Fourth
Street's
is
the one
that
between the
tees
four-way
into the
stop?
school.
It's the one that kind of goes right here, right?
Well, here, oh, excuse me,
Okay, and then you want it right here. Right there.
there, yeah, you would have one closer, you would want one closer to second,
Oh, I see. Okay, now I got you. And then one back over here.
yes.
I don't know, what does that do with you? Sorry. And your,
The speed bumps, they will not hold up very long with me running them over with a snowplow. I mean, even though I have the trip edges, they're just rubber. They're gonna break.
They'll
So if
shoot.
I go talk to the guys that's doing the pavement, going and have them paved speed bumps put in there where I can go over. It won't hit, cause them speed bumps, now I hit, it's gonna flip that trip edge and that plow's gonna go up in the air and I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna tear it up.
A hump rather than a bump.
I'm gonna tear the plow up.
Mhm.
okay. Well,
Let
we don't
alone
want
the
to
speed bump.
That, and plus I'm gonna tear the road up too, cause they're anchored in with 2-foot spikes.
Okay, we'll do that. And we'll look at doing, because the safety of the kids again is most important.
Yeah.
But then,
And I can look at they got another ones out, it's called speed humps, not speed bumps. They're a little bit longer and they ain't so,
Yeah, I know what those
they
are.
slow. Oh,
okay,
They're sloped on both
well,
sides.
let's look
yeah.
into it and get her done.
okay, I'll look into it.
Okay.
But we need, the other thing I was gonna mention, if we do that, then we need to get proper signage too, like a
Yeah,
real
bump.
sign, yes,
Instead of just that little bump sign.
yes.
Well, I put that up for me,
Yeah,
so I.
I see one
There's
more
snow
going.
on the road, he wants to know where that thing is.
I drop it off, I pull out of the school and, oh, bump.
But yeah, I mean, but there's ways you can get, I'll look around and talk to them.
Now, the one thing I'll tell you, and I know you're gonna hate this, but after we sent out that letter about people speeding in town, I had at least 20 people reach out about wanting to volunteer their road for additional, speed bumps or whatever.
Slow traffic.
Yeah,
You can understand why.
yeah, so speed is I'm not saying that we do that, you know,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Our town would have to be renamed to like Bumpville or something like that.
Bumpville
Stop.
stops,
But,
counting
yeah.
stop signs of the world.
Yeah.
Thing is,
Per
when
capita
you
stop
put
signs.
one on Trina's Road, that's just going to ask for people calling wanting one for their road.
They'll want them everywhere.
Yeah.
Bronco was easy to do because it was, clearly it's there to slow people down during,
The school.
at the school.
It's like the area, yeah.
Everywhere else, it's much harder.
I tried to get out just a little bit ago, and the traffic coming from the south was flying. So I had to wait for 3 cars to get through before I could move. So something needs done up there to slow them down.
You know, River Road's a mess. I mean, they fly. Canoe country.
They are already, yeah, we'll talk about that when we do the police thing.
Okay.
So you're gonna check on getting information on speed bumps?
For the school.
Speed humps.
Speed humps. Got it.
Anything else, Brad?
No.
Thanks for all your work you do on both.
Quick question, Brad. You said that they're gonna pave that area down there around the.
What, I just shot off the phone with him, and what they're doing, they've gotta do the curbs first before they do the paving.
Okay.
And that's what they got dug out, they got the curbs dug out now.
Right. Makes sense.
P and Z.
And we discussed the houses from last time and about getting letters sent out. And then there was a complaint on a house on Wayne Street that we're gonna talk to the health department about getting condemned. And then we're just gonna drive around and see what other places need to be talked about and fixed up.
Brad mentioned he thinks it's about high enough you can mow that though.
Where?
Wayne Street.
Oh, it'd be a backup job.
Oh, it's with all the weeds maybe.
It'd be a backup job.
And part of the problem with that one is the edging next to this woman's house.
They're tight.
It is so grown up
Yeah.
that it's just the, bugs and mosquitoes are just all over it.
I don't know if I can get it back on
And to
it.
get back that far, he'd have to, I don't know how he'd get back in there, so.
I'll look at it.
All right. Anything else?
And then we discussed the stray animal situation and looking at contacting Madison County.
And we need to contact Delaware County to see if there's a
Yeah.
relationship there we can pick up anew. So, okay. Police.
All right, so we got let me pull this up where everybody can see it. Take a look on the monitors. Street signs are mostly reporting. We have one, Daleville Road, sign is functional, but the connection back isn't. Do a speed count by range report to give you an idea of what we're looking at. Do the Brad's house. And let's get here to 2023. And do the last, like, let's say August 1st to the 14th. The police department's been pretty vocal about not ticketing until they're 10 over. It's hard to get a judge to pull the trigger on a ticket 5 over or whatever. And part of the reason that we lowered the speed limit to 25 was the target speed was 30. Just because when it was 30, we were trying to keep people below 40.
Right.
So if you look at, this is the speed sign that is facing southbound on Walnut Street. And between August 1st and August 14th, there was a total of 21,000 cars that passed that sign.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, Walnut Street is busy. 21,000 cars.
Mead River Road.
No,
No,
Oh, this is Walnut Street, I'm sorry. I'm
and this is
tracking.
Walnut Street only traveling northbound. All right, 73, well, let's see, 26 to 30 miles an hour, 7,300 cars, 26 to 30.
Okay, that's all right.
2,500, 31 to 35.
Okay, it's livable.
469, 36 to 40. So those people would be ticketable.
Mhm.
Now, don't know how many of those, well, traveling that direction, it should not be emergency services. Shouldn't be. Roughly 60 of them were traveling between 41 and 45. 9 up to 50 miles an hour, and we had one person between 51 and 55. There.
There's a lot of kids that walk up the street too.
Yep. If we go to, and that is an issue.
Is there a time? Does it,
You can run a custom report, and so that's what I've been working with on the police, is there's a custom report you can run that you can break it down into 15-minute intervals
Mm.
and see the speed range that, it's in that, segment.
Right.
So the police can go, okay, well, they know that they need to work River Road Saturday and Sunday. Just, they need to work it because it is busy. And that's what I'm getting ready to show you next.
oh, Walnut, the same thing. But
Yeah.
they could tell that the
When most
40
of the
about 40
violations
mile an
take
hour.
place,
is between like 3 and 5 o'clock or something.
Mhm.
Right.
That I did.
So it gives us the ability, I guess, to properly utilize the department.
Mhm.
Rather than just say, get out there and,
Well, they can't be out there 24/7.
right. The River Road is
That's gotta be nuts.
eye-opening. Okay, same amount of time, less traffic, a lot less traffic, 6,500. But it's faster
Mhm.
on average, much faster. 776 cars, 36 to 40 in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. 127, 41 to 45, 12, 46 to 50. One person, 66 to 70 miles an hour. And that's coming into town.
That's coming into town.
That's only
coming
Somebody was late to school.
They were 66 to 70, what, 300 feet from 200 feet from a stop sign?
Yeah,
Stop sign? That speed?
they made it.
So, yeah,
It's
River
not even
Road
rolling stuff.
is definitely an issue.
Yeah.
And same thing with that. We could look and analyze the times
Mhm.
and see if there's in days, and see if there's
That's
something
exactly,
there we can work on.
Yeah.
Mhm. I love this tool though.
yep.
We need to keep looking at it and actually it'd be nice to see if there's results. If the police can go out and do their thing.
And yeah, and just start watching, so when we look at it in September, we should see a drop. And we've signed up now for 2 years, so we should be able to go back, as long as they keep at it. We can compare August to August
Mhm.
and see if there's a drop. We'd like to see the same number of cars or more and go. I would love, now we couldn't do it because the state would lose their mind, but I would love to put one of these on 67. Not for traffic enforcement, but for traffic counts, so that we know, as we're trying to continue to develop business,
Yeah.
we have up to the last month reports as to traffic counts.
Mhm.
So I don't know if they would let us do it. I know that they won't let us put one on there
So
for
it counts
enforcement.
one way, right? So you have to put one on each side maybe to see.
Well, you can actually, we have the sign set up to ignore traffic going the opposite direction. You could put a sign out there and pick up both directions and get
I think we
total
should do
car
it.
count.
Oh, Brad's got his hand up.
They make discounts.
They do.
We can buy them. They're only
Just
just 6'6".
Yeah.
They put right on the pole. Run by batteries.
I don't think we have to get approved by the state if we're not doing any enforcement.
I think we just Yeah, we seek forgiveness.
Well, I'd like to know if this
That's
company,
Brad's motto.
I'd like to know if this company does it, because then it's tied right into the cloud interface that we have.
We have a salesman that works for this company, that
Yeah.
sells them, that I buy signs off, Cleanco. I buy signs off around it, and they sell these signs.
Yeah, it'd be great to have those stats, because like, you know, as we're working to try to bring more businesses in.
I wouldn't hurt to have a little traffic count on 32 as well.
Well, I was gonna get there. I was being patient, but we've had Jan Richmond, who lives right 2 houses down from me, has complained to the state several times. They have continuously wrecked right there at his house. And this morning they wrecked right at our house, didn't they? The guy,
Really?
yeah. So that's just a terrible place right down here for traffic. And it might be because of the Heather intersection
Mhm.
and 32
It's the hill.
and the hill.
Yeah, it's right there. People are anxious, they want to pass.
Yeah.
Because they're coming out of the 35
But the
zone
state,
there.
he's addressed it with the state and they said, sorry, can't do anything.
That's
I
their
would love
answer
to
to
put
everything.
some other signs out there, like with seeking not, you know, like slow down or something like
But
that.
that's state highway. We have to have.
No, we don't have to. We do have to, but we don't. Sorry about that.
The attorney's going,
I know nothing.
I was just like, I mean, someone's gonna get killed.
Yeah.
Cause there's cars that hit that culvert in Jan Richmond's, right outside Jan Richmond's property, and they will either flip the car or come real close to it.
Yeah, that's a good ditch in there, yeah.
yeah, they tore up their car today.
They fly.
What, did they just scrape down the guardrail or?
No, they didn't even touch the guardrail.
I don't know how they did that.
They got off the road.
I saw that because there was all kinds of
Mhm.
He
stuff.
got off, he got off the road back on back, and got back on,
I caught myself.
and he had a diabetic reaction, and then he stopped in front of your place.
Well, he couldn't have gone much further because his wheel was underneath his car.
Yeah,
Yeah, but, you can see a lot of stuff, thrown up on the highway, it was down there on past Jan Richmond's for home,
Yeah.
the road.
He landed right in front of us.
Wow, great, that's great information.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Adam.
Yep, you're welcome. I mean,
Really pursuing that, man.
please ask them about the counters, because we have to rely on however old NDOT information now and get it, you know, whenever we want to talk to somebody. And this, we just say, hey, yesterday there was,
My question is how
7,000
can you get
We are gonna have some expense on
without throwing
these.
cables across the road?
I wonder, they've put those license plate readers out there, those little cameras with the solar panel on
Okay.
it, that you see like everywhere anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
Those are specifically designed to read license plates.
right.
I would assume that they're counting traffic with it too. I mean,
Okay.
we read, whatever, 10,000 license plates, so
There's your count.
there's your count.
But we will have some expense in these signs. I'm gonna have to end up buying batteries when they're full on.
Yeah,
They're getting it, the batteries are getting it their life.
So what is it like about a year?
It's been a few years.
we've had them 3 years, we've had them since 20. Yeah.
The guy I've been talking to, working on the settlement, he says the battery life's usually 3 to 4 years. So we're getting close.
Makes sense.
Okay. All right, anything else with police?
No.
Okay. Park, Amy.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Police department is at Fleet Expo.
Oh, we have more with police. Don't leave us there. Come on.
Yeah, so they are at Fleet Expo. And when I was most excited, I didn't get to go because of this stupid caucus tomorrow, but it is almost the entire thing is revolving around electric vehicles, the entire thing. So that has finally caught on. When you look at the meetings and discussion agendas, all the rooms you could go into, it was all maintaining, offerings, cost benefit analysis, all that stuff. So there's that. The other important thing to note, shifting gears completely, is we have 2 new SROs.
We need to hire them today.
Yeah, we need to make that official.
Retroactive to whatever they started,
Yes.
their names.
Dabney, Officer Dabney at the
Right.
high school. Rodney,
Rodney Dabney and Jordan King.
He's James's son.
Know about that.
We've taken precautions.
and so far they're both doing an excellent job.
Yeah,
So
I've heard
we need a motion.
good reports.
Make a motion that we officially hire Officer Dabney and Officer Jordan for their respective positions
As a
And-
SRO officer.
at the SRO pay that their previous officers were assigned.
Okay. And starting the date they started, whatever it was. Do you know a date or just, we
Is it
just,
August 1st?
can we just say whatever date they started?
One of them was August 1st and one of them was, it's right around there.
Okay.
Just say August.
Yeah, did I get a
I'll
second?
second.
Any discussion? All right,
Roll call.
let's do a roll call on that since it's hiring personnel.
Joe Scott,
Yeah,
Adam Jones,
Yes.
Steve Rogan,
Yes.
Tom Roberts.
Yes. Anything else then?
I think that's it.
Good. Glad we got the customer answer about that.
We're ready for new business.
Nope, you're ready for
I
park.
think you got it.
Wait, what are we ready for?
Park.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had it checked off because,
I think the two.
We, just trying to find mine.
Yeah.
Yes. We talked about the upcoming fall frenzy. It's on September 30th. Some of the things, added things to the fall frenzy, one of them is a Prince and Princess contest. Basically, they can set containers around, collect money, and the money will go directly to the park. There'll be registration forms online for all that. We'll have a parade. Just look at your Facebook post because it's coming out at 8 o'clock. We approved to spend up to $1,500 on an inclusive swing for our park, which is we will move we have 2 regular swings.
but they're infant, regular stuff.
Yeah, infant swings, and then we have the parent-child swing. We're gonna take out one of the infant swings and put an inclusive swing in, which is usable by a person with physical disabilities and who don't have physical disabilities.
Where's
So
that gonna go?
it's going to go on the end of the swing set that's already there.
So it's gonna replace one of the.
It's just gonna replace one of the swings.
One day.
Our park's already been touted as a park that's been working toward inclusiveness, so it's worked quite well. We already have a merry-go-round.
And that piece on the end, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting, but that piece on the end in the adult part of the playground, that kind of weird thing, Jamie said that also is an inclusive.
Oh, the balance,
Yes,
the
because
wavy
they
thing.
can get on that.
We approved to spend money on some lighted decorations for Walnut Street that we're gonna interchange with the stars that Brad made us last year. And, more lights for the stars, so we can have them really bright. And we approved to spend up to $500 for live music at the Fall Frenzy.
And one last thing, I'm going to look, and Hubble also mentioned it, that when I drive through other towns, like Hartford City is, when you drive through Hartford City, you will see these veteran flags with a picture of a veteran and like his service and all that, or her service. And I've always wanted to do that here. And so I'm gonna contact them and see what it takes, where they go, how much they are, and start doing that. So, if it's approved by the board. So I'll let you know next month maybe.
The small town where the company I work for is founded, they do that. They've got the
Yeah.
ribbons and a picture, all the way, World War I.
Where's that at?
Medina, New York.
Oh my God.
Middletown does it.
Road trip.
Middletown does it?
Road trip, yes.
Road trip,
Yep.
well, gotta go see it.
But I think the families pay for it. Like if they want,
Oh, cool.
Good idea.
and it's like the size of the flags at like the Dale Bill
Mhm.
on the light post at the school. They're roughly that size and, remembering our heroes and something like that, picture them
And then when they serve.
when they served or their life, both, and what war. And it fits nicely on like a 3-foot banner.
You know what's nice about that is you don't have to research all
Right.
the veterans
Right.
or it's up to the families. You just make it
Yes.
publicly known and then
Yeah.
they apply for
Yeah,
it.
but then you also don't have the, hey, you didn't put my son on there, my daughter.
Yeah, well, that's
Just
what I
tell
was
us,
concerned
that's
about.
all.
$40, $50 and
It's a memorial.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
Good, I like that idea. Really.
Okay, are we ready for new business now? Solar. I know, that's the way I feel.
Yeah.
we are perpetually waiting on stuff. The last thing that we were waiting on, the door with the shut off with a window, they got it. And now they forgot some breaker that they have to have. And that's the last thing we're waiting on, a breaker for each one.
So how do we bill back this company for lost revenue?
That is an excellent question because it was supposed to have been done months ago.
Do we have a clause in there for time completion?
Probably not because it was all furnished by Telamon.
It was pandemic time,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody will live up.
Yeah. So now that we've gotten through peak sunshine,
Let's wait for the winter months.
Did you get a date?
No, but they've gotten some crappy emails as of late, very direct emails.
Okay.
I
Any
wanna
questions?
I want to thank the person that's sending the crappy emails. Yeah.
Okay, stormwater. I have some bills to pay for stormwater. We're getting near the end, guys and gals.
There is a ton of bills.
So we have a Klein Peter Consulting Group. We need to pay that bill. That's the consultant who does the federal labor requirements for the stormwater project since it's the SRF program. So can I get a motion to pay Klein Peter? And this is I think his last one. And this is all paid, every bit of this is paid through
Through the grant.
the bond or the loan.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion that we pay a bill for $22,375, invoice number 797 from Klein Peter Consulting Group for consulting income state revolving fund.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you. Oh, I need a second.
Hand them to me.
You second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Sure, that way.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if there needs to be a signature or anything.
No, I just got to put it.
Okay, this one here is the contractor's application of payment. And he's getting close to being finished. And just so you know, they're basically in the finished steps. They are cementing right now where the cement belongs. Brad said they're ready to start paving. They've done seed in many places. They have still a piece of, I think it's 6th Street, where Ellis's live. They are waiting on some part that when they get it, they're gonna finish that. And then that's pretty much it for the downtown Delphi. Anyway, here, who wants to do this one? Application of payment, and it's right
Is that Brackney?
there. Yeah, Brackney.
Make a motion that we pay Brackney the requested amount of $319,387.16. And this is directly related to the stormwater work.
I'll second.
All right, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 from Commonwealth. Let's do them all at once. Who would like to do that?
How do we do that?
All right, make a motion that we pay the
Engineer.
following 4 invoices to Commonwealth Engineering. First one is in the amount of $23,464.36. The second one is $2,646.68. The third is for $6,220.46. And the fourth is $19,234.83.
You,
I'll
you,
second.
oh, thank you, Joe. Any discussion? I will add that this is not as easy as us just approving it, because Amy has to go through a bunch of hoops to get this submitted to the right channels to get it actually paid. So she's taken this whole stormwater project has been a pain to her because of all the transactions that she has to do with it.
Yeah, they
So-
don't let you just, pay when you make a bond payment. I have to transfer it out, receive in, then I have to transfer another one out, receive in, and then pay. That whole step procedure is, I'll be glad when it's over.
I did drive around. I'm gonna drive around again tonight if I get out here before it's dark. I drove around last week when it rained and hit really hard, and it appears to me like it's done its job. Even Tennessee, which is usually a pond, right there at the railroad track, they put a couple dry wells there, and it was dry or not water standing. So, and then I heard Brad say John Street that Todd had some water getting into his basement though.
No, it's in his backyard.
Oh, backyard. Okay.
I'm gonna go there,
Maybe
so
you
they'll leave here.
If you get some pictures, maybe you can show Brackney and see what's going on with that.
You're gonna have to clean the park up, because it's all, where they dug that all, it's all washed out
Where?
down at the park.
Oh, yeah, They
That's
had-
too bad. The guys had just got pounded down, was ready to be seated or whatever.
Yeah, those things happen.
Yeah.
So,
It was a tiny thing.
okay. Update on the evergreen replacement. Just so you know, Brad, on the evergreens for the town signs, I've actually contacted Jackson from the landscaping service that worked on the park and just asked him to drive around, look at the signs, give us a price on because you guys are busy enough. And so that way we can get it done.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up because I started thinking about it. I've looked at this sign about 60 times since it's been cleaned up.
Mhm.
If we don't do anything, they don't look that bad.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things
the
that
same
die.
thing.
That's true.
I was thinking the same thing. It may not need to be landscaped.
You know, less is more in this case because
Well-
now you still have to spray the rocks to keep the weeds from growing up around the rocks. And I think maybe less is more.
Okay. Well, and we also have to finish at some point our solar field with
Yes.
some sort of a decorative landscaping and things like that. So,
Bunch of evergreen trees, cover up the fence, and we'll decorate them with Christmas lights.
Powered by solar.
There we go, we'll just plug them out.
Make sure they got plenty outlets out there.
okay, well, Jackson's gonna give us a price anyway.
Yeah.
So. All right, you already talked about the Christmas decorations, Amy? For Walnut Street? I thought you did.
Well, I did for the park, we need to ask you guys to pay for it. The park would like to, because they're going down Walnut Street, it's not necessarily an in-park, but, and I know our money can be spent on that, so I'd like to request, the park would like to
How much?
request that. $3,000.
So up to 3,000.
All right, are you
I'll
gonna
make a
say?
motion that we
Okay,
approve up to $3,000 for Christmas decorations for Walnut Street through the art fund.
can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Anybody opposed? Okay. It says here, update on grocery store search.
Yeah, just a quick one. I got an email from Brad that he's been communicating with this John McLean with Aldi, and he said we are not pursuing it. We've got larger populations that we're pursuing right now. So your idea about getting more traffic, up-to-date traffic information, and I think until we can get some new additions put in, we're gonna have a hard time getting the grocery store here, just a personal opinion. But I think it's the first thing we gotta do when we can, because that will improve the community tremendously, the grocery store. Personal opinion, and a lot of people are asking for a grocery store.
All right, then we have the town property vandalism ordinance. I have it here. How about you?
Is this the
Make a
back
motion.
page, or do you print the back page?
Oh, it's clean.
I got it all.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't get that.
Going back to that,
Yeah.
sorry, I know we have a goal getting out here by 8.
Grocery store?
Grocery store.
Okay.
What if we pursued Harvest, see if they would be interested in?
I have tried to make contact with them, and they are just not in any kind of a growth mode at all.
What if it's Lackland?
No, I know what you
Oh,
mean.
move from Chesterfield to here?
Shh, we didn't say that. Maybe we mean Middletown.
I said like, I'm just saying as an example, hypothetically. What other term you want to use? Wish list. Yeah, the problem, yeah, I'm not saying that they wouldn't do it, but they're not inclined to build new.
Invest, they don't want to invest. So we would have to,
You'd have to have a brick and mortar setup for them to move into. I mean, I'm just guessing, I don't know that for a fact, but that just the communications that I've had, they're just not interested.
I know a road that's got like 20,000 cars
Yeah.
in a week, that there's a building sitting on.
What all ones have been pursued? Like store-wise?
Well, there was, what was the company, Joe, that we talked about?
Save a lot,
Say a lot. And then,
all the,
in all these, tried to make inroads with Payless, but they're not gonna do anything. They've got some north-south, and they got just outside of Yorktown there in Muncie, so they're.
They could do like a Rural Foods. Because Rural Foods belongs to Payless.
Oh,
I'm
does
kind
it?
of shocked Payless wouldn't want to do something like, I mean, they have stores everywhere, like within, miles of each other, so. I mean, they're up, like, from what I've seen, they're always wanting to get more stores.
So.
What's that?
Got an empty building,
A big one.
a big one. We call it-
Oh, the call center, that's right, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think
I
about
thought they
that
sold
building.
that. The old trucking
Merchants.
center?
Oh, the other
I
one.
believe it's been sold, wasn't that? Laura Wright was telling us, isn't that the building she was talking about, she just had somebody buy it?
Oh,
We just take a view, maybe not, okay.
Are you thinking concentric? Where
Yeah,
concentric is at?
Concentrics, yeah, that's where I was thinking, Concentrics, is that,
That has been bought. I think.
yeah, Concentrics, but you were talking, is that the one you were talking,
I think that-
Well, we'll keep working. on it.
Yeah,
I just thought of something. Just let everybody know, I will have my budget meeting on August 31st, virtually with Ryan Burke. So we will be having our public hearing on the budget at 7:00 on September 11th before our regular board meeting. That's when I usually try to schedule it, so it's the same day. And then the approval of the budget will be on October 10th at our October meeting. So we can do it. Those are the dates I'm going to give him, and that satisfies all the requirements of that.
All right. Vandalism ordinance.
okay, guys.
Steve did
All right.
a lot of work on this, so.
I think we got it right now. All right, So I'd like to propose that we approve ordinance number 2023-04, an ordinance of Town Council, Town of Daleville, Indiana, regarding the discipline for damages to town property through vandalism.
So is there any intent on getting us all done tonight, or do you want to run through, because this is a three-thing motion.
Has to introduce it.
Right, You're
Well-
introducing it right now.
Yeah, introducing it. I was gonna say, didn't we do the first step yesterday? Was just an introduction of the
Last month, wasn't it?
last month introduction.
No, we didn't have the.
It wasn't the ordinance.
No, you guys had the discussion.
So it's just
That's when
two
he
more
explained
steps,
that
right?
it was
So
just
you have to
basically.
introduce
Introduce
tonight.
it, yeah.
And then if we want to go all the way, all the steps, so we
You
can
gotta
try,
suspend
we can
the
do it.
rules.
We have to waive the rules, everybody has to be unanimous, and then we can prove it.
Okay,
So we
so
want to do
the
that.
waive the rules second. Okay, yes, that's right.
Okay, so you're introducing the.
Introducing
Okay.
ordinance.
Can I get a motion, approval?
Second.
Second, Joe. Discussion? All right, let's do the roll call.
Adam Jones,
Yes.
Joe Scott,
Yes,
Steve Brogan,
Certainly.
Tom Roberts.
Yes. So,
Suspend the rules, just
Suspend
get
the
this
rules.
done. Yeah, I'll make a motion to suspend normal rules and introduce, not introduce, and approve ordinance 2023-04.
so I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is this one all on waiving the rules? And then we have to do a motion to. approve.
Yes, this is
So,
what we
now we're
have.
just-
Rules.
Everybody has
Motion
to
to-
agree.
I
Waive the
second.
rules. Seconded by Steve. Any discussion? This has to be unanimous, or else we go through the usual process. So any roll call?
Adam Jones,
Yes.
Joe Scott,
yes,
Steve Brogan,
Yes.
Tom Roberts.
Yes. All right, now we can approve it.
All right, now I'd like for us to approve ordinance number 2023-04 regarding discipline for damages to town property through vandalism.
Can I get a second? Adam seconded. Any discussion? Okay, roll call?
Steve Brogan,
Yes.
Adam Jones,
Yes.
Joe Scott,
yes.
Tom Roberts.
Yes. Very good. Thank you, Steve, for all your work on this.
Sure. Thank you.
Make sure everybody signs that, please.
Yes, I know. We have to add flagpole to the agenda. We do not have a flagpole here at the town hall. Brad, so, yes,
Yes.
so we need to get one. And he has found the place and they'll install it for, you go ahead, take over, Brad.
They'll install it, put it up and everything for $4,800. That's buying the pole and all. And the cables are inside the pole.
Ooh, that's good.
And the placement,
The placement's right over here at the corner, just past the sidewalk, right there.
so northwest side of the building.
Good. Good location.
And it would hold the
Two
two
flags,
flags we need.
State and federal.
Okay, so who would like to make a motion for that? We would pay for it out of the unappropriated new building monies that we still have.
I'll make a motion, we purchase the flagpole from wherever.
Where's it come to the name of it?
They're out of Muncie.
Yeah, okay.
Spend up to what? How much you spending up to?
Up to, say, $5,000.
$5,000.
Of what?
Lord.
I need a second. Second by Adam. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
One more thing.
Okay, anybody opposed?
Same one that puts the fire station on.
What?
And Adam has something else. I do have one, but before you go, Adam,
They build
is this invoice given me for
both places,
the attorney invoice for $46.31?
That's what.
Does it say for stormwater? It's one that has to be approved for stormwater.
It does.
Oh, it was in your pile for stormwater.
Oh my gosh, it does say that.
That's why it was in the
I
pile
need a
for
motion for
stormwater.
$46.31.
That's legal.
Is that right?
I
46
guess-
bucks?
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the invoice from Brooks Stevens,
Brooks Strobel.
Brooks Struggle there, that makes way more sense. For $46.31.
Okay, can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Sorry, I was with all of them, that's why.
One more thing for me, the Salem Township trustee
Oh, yeah.
has requested, that we consider allowing them to use some space at the old town hall, to store, overflow documents and, relief items
To help people.
to help people within the township.
Just what part of the building?
Well, that's,
Initially, she thought it would fit in my clerk office.
So-
Clerk office.
we have been using some of the existing space. People have rented it or used it or whatever. So we should probably continue to allow that to happen. So I'm saying that we need to store it on the police side for now, so that it doesn't interfere with the actual usable, like rentable space that we have. And I don't think that they're storing anything that needs to be on a carpeted surface or anything like that, so we could leave it over there for now. And then when we go to do something with that space, then we'll figure out what to do with it.
Okay.
Pull them in, the fire department, whoever help us. move it around.
So did you make a motion or did you just bring it up? You want to make a motion?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion. I'd like to make it, what I just said.
And then I'll need a second.
Wait a minute.
All of it, all of what I just said needs to be in the motion.
Full detail, Amy.
Play it back.
You have the string. You can play that.
I know, that's what I had to do last time.
The storage spaces.
Just allow.
This is
Storage
great.
of-
Here, I can do this, I can do this.
Okay. Who
I'd like to make a motion that we allow the Salem trustees to use our old town hall facilities for storage
On the police side.
as well as for relief items for families that are in need. And we would approve the police side of that building for that use.
Okay, then,
How's that?
okay, then the second, we'll let Adam second.
Yes, I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion? I think it's a great idea. I've been dying to use that building for something.
I
More
love
than, and it still allows it to be used for a community building in some way. I do think we need to do some clean up and fix up to officially advertise it as a community room and all that, but, so.
So Amy, I've gotten a message that came in from a tertiary contact method, so not here in the meeting room, not in the chat session from the live stream, but a direct text message that you need to check your
That's an indirect way to get there.
Well, we talked about that. She says maybe the Legion would split the cost with us on the veteran flags.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean,
Pay attention to your phone.
right now, we just need to get information.
Yeah. so we're-
And then we'll come back next month and we'll start developing the idea of how we're gonna pay for it.
I'm glad Adam is paying attention to this.
Oh, I guess I'm not either.
But if you rent out that room over there, the old meeting area, we're gonna have to do something with that stage that I built.
That's the problem we ran into yesterday with my people meeting.
Yeah, you gotta take it out of it, that's.
phone.
Is
So we
there,
gotta do something with the floor, because the floor is not under the stage.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not, he
it's
knows that.
and
And
then
it's gonna be hard to take that stage out.
is the wall that between the offices and the meeting room, is that load bearing?
Nope.
That's too bad.
But you can put in
Close.
you put in a header and open it up a little bit.
Yeah, because my cousin said you could probably put a beam, it's, we were talking about that
I'm
yesterday.
just thinking that's gonna.
I got a
be
family of
space
builders, so.
Would be just wasted where those offices are.
Brad and Dan are taking over the clerk's office right now. So until further notice, that's a nice space for them. So we haven't finished this yet because we had a commercial break. So
You did not vote on the
all one
storing of
story
relief
of
items.
the,
Aye.
Adam's the other one. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you all. And now, any of the, oh, cool. Look at that, I did that on my own. Anything else at all for the good of the life of the town of Delville?
Have you guys set a date for the 5-year plan thing you were wanting to do with the community?
No,
You
but
did
right
ideas?
now we're in the middle of an election thing,
Okay,
so we'll probably wait until later.
because I've been talking to different residents
I mean,
and ideas,
yeah.
so.
One of us three may be a lame duck person next time. All right, thank you. Motion to adjourn,
Make a motion.
second? Anybody?
I'll second.
Joe seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for being here.
Who was the one that mentioned about the Payless company called Rural?
Rural Foods.
Rural Foods, there's one in Muncie.
And it's owned by Payless?
Yeah, it's an offshoot.
Oh,
By
they own a
Kroger.
lot of different
Owned
ones.
by Kroger, yeah.
Kroger.
Yeah.
Well, Kroger
Owns
owns
Payless,
Payless.
yeah.
Right.